Lance, I'm already laughing.
Why?
Because it's going to be a fun episode 57.
Yeah, dude, 57 is going to be amazing. Know what else is going to be really good?
What's that?
58, 59, 56, 57. I can't count.
57,
The truth is, I can't count.
59, 60, and 61.
Yeah, dude.
With the
This
same
one's
people.
going to be great. Yeah.
Hey, can I make an announcement?
Please make a really good announcement right now.
Okay. Texas people, April 24th,
Texas!
April 25th. It's a Friday night, Saturday. We are doing a Texas gathering. Dinner on Friday night in Austin, outside Austin area. And Hill Country Bible Church is hosting us on Saturday for an all-day 9 to 4 event where Eric Solwin will be teaching on the forgiveness model within the restoration therapy. And we'll get 7 CEUs.
What?
It's $50. And that includes lunch and snacks and your CEUs. The dinner Friday night is on you. Right now, I was looking at registration. Our goal is to really have about 35 people. That'd be like pretty massive for us, I think, in our first gathering. And I looked earlier this morning, I think we have about 19 spots left. So if you're in Texas area, sign up. That's all I got for that.
Boom. Dude, I might sneak out there.
You should. You should sneak out. We'll find something fun to do.
Sneak. I could probably just go. But
There's no coastline. There is a coastline, but it's not pretty like California. So maybe we can cruise around Texas Hill Country. Hang out with Michael Cox and all the other Texas people.
Dude, I love that guy.
You have any announcements?
I just gotta say, we got to hang out this last weekend. It was fun.
Yeah, Lance and I got to hang out this last weekend. And with spouses.
I met Heather.
Yeah.
For the first time, which was cool. And you met Jen. Had you met Jen before?
I've met Jen before, but we got to spend more time with Jen, and you got to meet my wife Heather, who's amazing. And so
we talked about having the spouses do a thing. I don't know if it'll happen or not. But
we should have them on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so cool.
What is it like to be a spouse of a therapist?
Yeah. That might be the only time they listen to the podcast too. if they're on it.
Oh my
gosh.
Bro, so we got some action going on. These next five episodes are going to be, you're going to want to get on the video, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can listen for sure because we'll narrate really well. Decently, I mean. But do you want to talk about what we're doing?
Yeah, we are returning to what we did kind of earlier in episode 45. We had Nancy Frigaard out with a couple of her awesome therapists, Jennifer and Lorenzo. And how you guys? They're part of Freedom Family Counseling in Phoenix, in Glendale. And
they have really cool shirts, apparently.
Yeah, they got swag too.
Oh,
yeah. So.
But they're doing amazing stuff with, specifically, we were focusing on kids and working with kids, adolescents, and they were doing some really cool activities around that time, like the sports camp and some other stuff that we posted about. And you and I were thinking they need to come back on and do just interventions. It was really popular when Tanner did marital interventions, a couples work stuff, and we were kind of talking about we don't have a lot of interventions around children, youth, adolescent that we've been talking about, and they seem like the perfect two to come on and do this. So, you want to say anything else about them before we let them on here?
I think we are in for a treat today, and in for the next few days. So, game on.
All right. Hey, welcome to the podcast, you two.
Thanks so much.
I'm
pretty stoked. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Is there anything you want to say that we did not say in introduction about you two?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I want to just say Lorenzo is in the middle of his sports camp.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's on right now.
If you want to say anything about how that's been going.
It's been going good. Yeah, the sports camp, it's been fun. Definitely learning a lot, too, as we're going along. Especially, seeing, when it comes to these camps, too. And without disclosing anything with the kids, I'll just say when there's ADHD involved and you have a lot of things out, we got to make sure, especially sports items, we got to really make sure that we have those sealed away. So learning that the first 2 weeks was definitely, a game changer. And, it's been really great as far as, having the other interns working with me in that field. And yeah, just seeing these kids come together in sports is really fun. I think sports nowadays can get a little competitive to the point where it's like, oh, I got to prove my worth or myself through this sport. Or like, if I do this, then, maybe I can make dad love me, or I can make, something happen out of this, like instead of just joy of the game. And that's what we're really emphasizing in these sports camps. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one too, and just learning and just continuing to grow this. So it's going to be fun. Yeah. But, it's been a lot of fun. I love these kids.
I'm excited about, when Lance and I started this podcast, we just, started it on our own because we wanted to try to connect people. But we obviously, the RT community is huge, and we know some people, but not everybody. And there's so many cool things happening out there, like this sports stuff, that we knew about from our last podcast. And so I'm just saying that out loud because a lot of people listening are doing really cool stuff. And we'd love to hear from you too. And so I'm excited to see where this, what you two are doing and Nancy is doing in that community, I think is a really important template for how we can take RT and that work into other communities as well. So no pressure on you at all, you two, for today.
No.
Yeah,
don't drop the ball.
Yeah.
So explain what you guys are going to do today. We're going to do, I think, 5 interventions, correct?
I'll let you lead, Jen.
Yeah, so 5 interventions, and we figured we'll do one for kind of every RT step, and we'll go in it in sequence. So we'll talk about pain, like how to identify pain, how to identify the truth, how to also practice the 4 steps. So one thing that actually, now I'm looking at these interventions, one thing we're not diving into specifically is the coping part, mainly because we did that the first episode is when we introduced the coping characters.
Yeah.
So with identifying coping with kids, it's basically whatever character they really embody or kind of go to. And with the interventions, you'll see we did, like, obviously when we get to the 4 steps, we'll talk about coping as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. And we'll link that episode you did before to the notes and everything, so people can take a look at that. Well, you guys are in charge. Let's let you start. So this is intervention number 1, essentially, episode 57.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll probably do a little role play for most of these.
Sure.
And so to set this first one up, this is usually one that I'll do second session. Usually I'll do more of like an assessment first session, talking with parents or guardians. And I'll usually do like a kinetic drawing or something like that first session, and just really trying to join with the client. Next session, I'm really exploring or teaching or giving language of our, Lenny, the lying lizard. So that's where they're starting to begin, or they have this concept now of there's someone that reacts when we experience pain. So you'll see me kind of explain it, how I will explain it to kids. And we'll also simultaneously be introducing Shalom, the truth dove, who is like that wise part of our brain, that regulating truth, and how she's the boss of Lenny. And so, but we'll do it through play and a specific kind of intervention that we'll do. So in this one, I'm going to be the therapist. Lorenzo will be the client. So we'll just kind of jump in.
I'll be a big kid.
He'll be a big kid.
And for those of you that are listening, as they're talking, you'll see Jen has the Lenny in her hand, and also Shalom and the dove. So just so you're keeping in mind when you hear, I guess you'll notice these things.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Or if my voice changes suddenly, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, all the voices. There's so many voices. You can do so many voices with these guys. So Lenny will come in different forms, different spices. Same with Shalom.
Yeah.
You might have, something with like a high pitch going up and then back down, or whatever the case may. Have some inflection, but we'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
So Lorenzo, I'm so glad to have you back today. So one thing I was kind of wondering since last time is, what do you know about lizards?
They're like dinosaurs a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit like miniature dinosaurs.
Yeah.
What else? Any fun facts about them?
Lizards, they have like sharp teeth. They have sharp teeth that can bite with.
Yes, definitely. They could definitely bite. Here, do you want to play with them? So lizards, among those facts that you said, are cold-blooded. That means they can't regulate their temperature. So to survive, have you ever seen a lizard out on a rock in the sun?
Yeah, I seen one in my playground before on the cement. Yeah.
And he's tanning, he's getting all the sun, but then he has to act real fast and move. Can you make him go fast? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, just like that. And he has to cool off. So where would he go to cool off, you think? Ooh, maybe yes. Maybe go buy some water. Yeah, that's him regulating and cooling down. So the cool thing about us humans is that we have a part of our brain that's like Lenny, helps us survive, protects us. If we're being chased by a bear, we might need to get to safety. But he gets tricky sometimes when we have heart emotions that hurt. He might trick us into acting fast and doing something we might not want to do. So we have a part of our brain called Shalom, or we call her Shalom, or the truth dove. And she is the boss of Lenny. So when Lenny acts fast in our brain, we'll be like, wait a second, that's not true, or that's not right. And she regulates us because we're warm-blooded, right? We can regulate. So let's practice that. Let's play a game. Okay. So, yeah, we can put Lenny over here because he's still going to he might be telling us lies. And I also forgot to tell you his name. He's called Lenny, the lying lizard. And he tells us lies sometimes in our brain when we feel pain because he's trying to get us to act fast, to do something to survive. So with that, we're going to practice. We're going to do some arm circles. Have you ever done that before?
Mm-mm.
Okay. We're going to do arm circles and see how long we can do them. Okay? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to stand up. All right, ready? Set, go. Oh, sorry.
Guys, they're going really fast with their arms right now for those of you who are listening.
We're getting tired.
Lorenzo is really good at this, and Jen is like next level.
I gotta give up. Oh, it's hurting. You're feeling sore.
That hurt.
So, what kind of things were going on in your brain right there? What were you noticing?
This hurts so bad.
Yeah, it's sore. You gotta stop.
Yeah.
I know for me, I was like, ugh, I can't go for so long. That is like our Lenny lying lizard telling us to stop. We can't go on. So we're going to try it again. We're going to see if we could beat our time. Okay? This time, when you start to hear Lenny's lies in your head, I want you to say out loud the truth, which I could keep going. I'm strong. You want to try that and see if it works?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to try it too.
Okay.
So when I start to feel myself wanting to give up, I'm going to say the truth. All right. We're going to use Shalom. All right. Let's try again. All right. Ready, set, Start. Yeah. I can go farther than I did last time.
I can do it.
You're so strong.
I'm strong.
All right. I think
You're
you can
strong.
beat me. You can beat me. Keep going.
I can do it.
Yeah. All right. Pause. We beat our time. Oh my gosh. Yes. So that is an example. You just did it. You told yourself the truth and you are the boss of Lenny. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lenny.
Nope.
No.
Not Lenny here right now.
Lenny.
So.
Lenny dummy head.
All right. Perfect. So that's the end of Lenny, introducing Lenny the Lying Lizard and Shalom.
What do you do you call that any specific intervention, particularly when you guys practice?
It's more of it's in the book we listed as just Lenny the Lying Lizard.
Yeah.
That is like the intro.
Lenny the Lying Lizard.
Yeah.
So you could either do that, you could do a plank, you can do
You could do different
you
things.
could do a progressively harder exercise where it's like you can have them do a plank on their knees and then usually for kids they're like, oh, that's easy. And then be like, okay, now go ahead and get both knees up. And then, okay, it's getting harder. Okay, now go ahead and lift one foot up in the air and hold that plank.
Yeah.
And then go ahead and hold both hands up. And then eventually they get to a place where they're like, no, I can't. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you can't.
Get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's definitely where you could adjust the need or the abilities of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Arm circles seem to work. Or you can keep the time low. Like you could say, let's see if we can make it past 30 seconds. Because sometimes kids will want to go, especially when you introduce Shalom, they'll want to go for like 3 minutes. It's like, all right, let's just
keep going. That's true.
You guys must get buff at the end of the
You're
day.
going to have massive shoulders there.
I remember like doing EMDR and you're like, oh my gosh.
You got to tell yourself the truth. I could keep going.
Yeah.
I could keep going.
That's what I have to do.
Yeah.
Is there an age range that you find that most effective with in your work?
Mm-hmm.
I would say all of these interventions.
Like 5 to 12. So.
Yeah, I would say 5 to 12.
Yeah.
5 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say this though too. I taught a undergrad class one time, introducing these concepts to undergrad students, and they had a blast. I did this arm circle intervention, and they like loved it. So so it's obviously designed for kids, but I've done this.
Yeah.
And you could maybe take the puppets out for like an adult or something.
Yeah.
But just to kind of demonstrate, hey, you have power over that part of your brain that says, I can't do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So say the things that are important to say about the lizard, just so people that are, listening. What were you said they're cold-blooded, which means they have to, and they can't regulate. So say those things.
Yeah. So cold-blooded, they can't regulate, meaning they don't have control over their body temperature. Mm-hmm. So to survive, I use that language too, survive.
Yeah.
They have to act fast.
Mm-hmm.
So without thinking. So then, sometimes I'll say, we have a lizard brain. We have a Lenny in our head. A way to also incorporate spiritual integration is to talk about how that is an important part of our design. Mm-hmm. Or you could say that even leaving God out, you could just be like, that's an important part of our design. Mm-hmm. That protects us. And it's really important because kids might hear Lenny Lying Lizard. Oh, Lenny is bad because he lies. Or they'll want to like beat him up. It's important to say, no, he's just trying to survive. Mm-hmm. We have that inside of us.
Oh, that's good.
It helps us survive when there's danger.
Yeah.
But sometimes when our heart gets poked, we react in ways that don't fit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So a good way to even frame it too. You could say Lenny, would say when what happens if Lenny comes in and tries to protect us when we don't really need protection right here. Like, let's say, and then, you could bring in the coping characters and situations where it's like, okay, like what happens if Lenny tells you this? And then how do we act? So like we might be Contessa, Charla, Brutus, Eddie. right? Go into either blame, shame, control, escape. And when you identify those, then the kid might say, like, yeah, like I'll yell at my parents and be like, and usually they just stop yelling at me, or like they don't want to, eventually they leave, and then I don't feel as bad. And then we might be like, okay, well, why might we not want to do that act, and listen to what happens. And then, well, they usually get more mad at me, or like
or I get in trouble.
Or I get in trouble, or I might, and then we can kind of explore that a little bit more with the kid, where it's like, oh, okay. So I could see, Lenny's trying to protect, and he has a good job of trying to silence an emotion. But what ends up happening is that, okay, now we got a whole different flurry of other emotions coming in that are also painful. So,
nice.
Heavy emphasis there.
Yeah. And then when you differentiate to shalom, our dove, like the things we want to say are.
Yeah. So again, we are warm-blooded. So we can control, we can make choices, which kind of leads again to the truth, right? We can control it. So we can make choices. So and it's the boss of Lenny. The only one that could quiet Lenny, that regulate that part, is shalom, is the truth. Because sometimes, right, we'll go to coping to try to silence Lenny or prove otherwise. But the thing is, that doesn't work. Shalom is the only one that can tell us the truth. That is the boss of Lenny.
Exactly. And Jen will go over, there's an intervention Jen will run through where we can help the kiddos access the truth and find out where that source comes from. And they can use that and start to use it as a place where they can, start to defend themselves from any lies trying to infiltrate or influence any type of behavior. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you think, Rhett?
I think it's awesome. I like it. And I was also thinking, since I don't work with 5 to 12-year-olds, I was like, oh, I could use some of these stuff with my adult clients. So that's where my brain went, in terms of intervention. I really, really like it. So
Yeah.
Guys, look at this. This is my daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And see that on the ground?
Oh,
that is a lizard trap.
Oh, it's a lizard trap? Oh my gosh.
Lizard trap. She has been influenced by you guys.
No way.
Trapping Lenny the lizard. So we have a lizard trap in the backyard.
Oh, we need to make that into an intervention. Lizard trap.
That's awesome. That's so good.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
She designed her own trap. It's so funny. I was thinking about that coming in.
It is hard.
Yeah.
Oh, tell us.
We'll see.
Join the team.
Jules would be a good addition to you guys.
Yes, I love that.
I can't give her up though. She's still too young.
Okay. We'll wait.
All right. Good job, people. Episode 57, intervention number 1. Whoop.